So this video is a little longer than I was expecting. I was thinking like 5 to 8. I think it's going to be like 10 to 12. I'll try to talk a little faster to get through it. But adding in some like cases that I might cut out of like this that you're going to be seeing. I've got the whole essay written up if you want to read through it. But you totally don't have to. It's just, I'm just going to be doing my thing, and we'll get through it. So we're going to be talking about eyewitness testimony and how it's been used, and some of like how we should adjust our approach to eyewitness testimony. Eyewitness testimony has long been regarded as a cornerstone of criminal investigations. It offers opportunities to invaluable insights into events crucial for determining innocence or guilt. It provides a first-hand account of occurrences, often serving as a primary source of information in the absence of other conclusive proof. However, the reliability of these testimonies has been placed under heavy scrutiny as various factors that can affect memory recall, accuracy, and susceptibility to memory modification have been revealed. This new knowledge has led to real-world cases being reopened, and has challenged the status of eyewitness testimony as an invaluable source of information. The landscape of eyewitness testimony is riddled with complexities that warrant meticulous examination. This video will be delving into some of the nuances of eyewitness testimony, exploring its strengths, limitations, and the imperative need for reform in the criminal justice system to ensure reliability and fairness for all parties. One of the advantages of eyewitness testimony is its ability to provide compelling evidence in court. Eyewitnesses offer an investigative case the opportunity for a vivid and detailed description of events, which can help officers and jurors form a clear picture of the event. Most importantly, eyewitness testimony is often the only available source of information, particularly in situations where there is no other witness or physical evidence. However, despite its perceived strengths, eyewitness testimony is not without limitations. For example, in the case of Ronald Cotton, this highlights the potential dangers of relying solely on eyewitness testimony. Cotton was wrongly convicted of a rape in 1984 based on the positive identification made by the victim, Jennifer Thompson Canino. Over a decade later, DNA evidence proved his innocence. This case reveals the fallibility of eyewitness testimony and the devastating consequences of wrongful convictions. Research, such as the work of Wickstead, Mix, and Fisher in 2018, has highlighted the fallibility of human memory, showing that it can be easily influenced by factors such as leading questions, suggestibility, and post-event information. Their research underscores the malleability of memory and the potential for distortion, particularly when exposed to suggestive questioning or external influences. For example, studies by Brown in 1977 further illuminate this phenomenon by demonstrating the impact of leading questions on eyewitness reports. Their findings emphasize how subtle changes in wording can shape the content of eyewitness reports, leading to inaccuracies and, in some cases, false memories. Addressing concerns about the reliability of eyewitness testimony, research by Lauman and Elliott in 1992 has shown that age can significantly impact the accuracy of eyewitness accounts in cases involving child witnesses, such as the McMartin preschool trial. Allegations of child abuse were primarily based on the testimony of young children. However, later investigations revealed heavy inconsistencies and suggestibility in the children's accounts, highlighting the need for age-appropriate questioning techniques and structured interviewing processes to minimize the risk of inaccurate testimony. This phenomenon is illuminated by the research conducted by Lohman and Elliott in 1982. Older adults may experience differences in memory recall compared to younger individuals, and the manner of questioning can also influence the accuracy of their accounts. While neither demographic could even be considered immune to the effects of suggestion and memory distortion, children are by far more vulnerable. These findings underscore the importance of considering individual differences and age-appropriate questioning techniques when evaluating eyewitness testimony. Although Lohman and Elliott did show that children may initially provide accurate reports, their memories can be easily swayed over time, potentially introducing inaccuracies into criminal investigations. The justice system has implemented structured interviewing processes for children, such as those established by the National Children's Advocacy Center, the NCAC, for forensic interviewing of children. This approach ensures a more systematic interview format that minimizes the chance for errors stemming from children's imaginations, interpretations. Moreover, it minimizes the impact of suggestive questioning by authority figures, which can easily distort children's perceptions of events. For instance, children's questions should remain open-ended, avoiding leading phrases like, "He hit her, didn't he?" Instead, they should be phrased neutrally, such as, "Can you tell me what happened to the girl?" The real-world implications of eyewitness misidentification are starkly introduced by the Innocence Project's database on wrongful convictions. The project has connected 70% of their cases that are eventually cleared by DNA testing to eyewitness misidentification. Factors such as cross-racial identification, stress, and the presence of weapons can increase the likelihood of identification. This highlights the potential dangers of relying solely on eyewitness testimony in criminal proceedings. This statistic from the project and other issues have underscored the urgent need for reform in the criminal justice system. These cases serve as cautionary tales, highlighting the devastating consequences of relying solely on eyewitness testimony without considering any other forensic evidence, or considering that eyewitness testimony comes with limitations and vulnerabilities. In light of these challenges, recent research by Wixted in 2021 suggests that the frequency of testing witnesses' memory can also impact the reliability of their testimony. Lineup testing, for example, should only be done once per witness in order to limit the number of times witnesses are exposed to a suspect's face. By reducing the opportunity for memory contamination, it allows for more reliable eyewitness testimony. Such measures could help reduce the risk of wrongful convictions. This highlights the need for procedural reforms in the criminal justice system in order to minimize the potential for wrongful convictions based on unreliable eyewitness testimony. For example, we can consider the case of Charleston Flores, a man on Texas death row who was convicted after the eyewitness initially described two white men with long hair. Flores can be described as a Hispanic man with short hair. The eyewitness did not identify him on the first lineup and only identified him with any confidence on the second lineup after she had undergone a hypnosis session to calm down. The eyewitness, Miss Bargainer, said after the trial that she was no longer real clear if it was her imagination or not, but that's how she remembered it. Bargainer's identification of Flores was influenced by the repeated exposure to his image during multiple police lineups and the following courtroom proceedings. This case in particular underscores the significance in limiting the frequency of memory testing in order to prevent contamination and wrongful convictions. To conclude this video, while eyewitness testimony can definitely provide valuable insights into events, its reliability is contingent on various factors that can influence memory recall and accuracy. Real-life cases like those of Ronald Cotton, the McMartin preschool trial, and the conviction of Charles Dunn Flores serve as poignant reminders of the inherent limitations and vulnerabilities of eyewitness testimony. By learning from these cases and integrating the insights that research has shown us into criminal justice practices, we can work towards enhancing the fairness and reliability of criminal proceedings. This ensures just outcomes in criminal cases. Ultimately, a comprehensive approach that considers multiple sources of evidence, including eyewitness testimony, including physical evidence, including expert testimony, is essential for assuring just outcomes in criminal cases. So I'm going to have all of the things sliding here, all of my sources. I might have them linked down at the bottom as well. I'll probably have them in the description. Yeah, I hope it wasn't super boring and you got something out of it.